This is Steve Schiffman, and I want to thank you for joining me today in this particular podcast and webcast that we do simultaneously. You know, I only have one objective in anything that I create, and that is to help you sell better. That's all I want. I just want to do that, and I do that, hopefully, by not giving you a lot of miscellaneous kind of garbage stuff that you hear. Our webcasts, our podcasts are 10 minutes, only 10 minutes, and they go specifically to the point. That is, I want to tell you what to do. I don't want to have a discussion, yes, no, maybe, here's a thought. No, I want to tell you how to do something that you really need to do and will help you become a better salesperson. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind for a long time, and that's persistence. The reality is you, as a salesperson, need to be persistent and consistent. Persistent and consistent. Now, let me tell you a story because I think it's important to hear what other people do. I do a lot of coaching, and if you're interested in coaching, contact me at steveschiffman@steveschiffman.com, or the website. But I do a lot of coaching for a lot of individuals in different industries all over the world, literally throughout the world. I have one particular client that I'm working with right now who was very disciplined. I mean, he followed the rules. He knew what to do. He knew when to get up. He knew when to make his calls. He went to the gym at the same time. He did everything, and he was successful doing it. Extremely successful. And then what happened? Got drifted away. He lost it. He lost the faith. He lost the faith that it would work for him. He no longer thought that what was going to happen, and therefore he stopped. He stopped getting up early in the morning. He stopped going to sleep the same time at night. Very important things. He stopped making the calls that he needed to make each and every day. He stopped doing what he knew worked because it had worked for him before. And here he was calling me, saying, Steve, what do I do? And I could only say one thing. That was, do what you did before. You've got to do that. Do what you did before. Yeah, he said, I got it, but, I don't want to make cold calls. Well, you know something? Just for your information, I don't want to make cold calls either. I don't like it. You think that after 30 years, I want to make cold calls? Don't you think that after 30 years, I would have figured out a better way of getting a prospect than calling them? Between email and Federal Express and the mail and all the everything you can do, social media, there's got to be a better way. But you know what? I've never found it. I have not found the better way. I'm still looking. And if you know what it is, then you call me. Now, I want to tell you something, because I mentioned something, so I want to make sure I tell you. I said to you last time that if you called or emailed us, you had to email, and wrote in the reference the word affiliate, I would send you a free book, and I still will do that. Now, I will pick one book, one person each week, so you can win a free book. All you have to do is email me at schiffman@steveschiffman.com and put in the reference affiliate. That's all you have to do. You get a free book, and it could be one of 70 books that I've written. You know, I've written 70 books, and the reason I've written 70 books is because there are so many people that say, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? And I wanted to make sure that I covered all those topics, and I did. There are books in there that'll teach you how to track. There are books in there that'll teach you what to do each and every day. There are books in there that'll just tell you how to get up in the morning and function. But let's go back to my friend for a second, because my friend is in desperate straits right now because he does not have the sales that he needs. So what is he going to do? He's got to go back to the basics. He's got to go back to prospecting. He's got to start again. It's a tragedy, isn't it? But he can do it. See, that's not really the tragedy. He can do what he wants to do if he simply does it. If he simply starts to call people on a regular basis. Now, here's my suggestion to you. My suggestion to you is not that you make 150 calls a day, because that's not going to work for you. That never does. And it never did work. Why don't you make 20 calls a day? That's reasonable. 20 new calls a day, not calling people back. Don't do that. Don't say to me, Steve, I called 90 people, but they were the same people. You can't do that. Call 20 new people a day. Call 5 people that you haven't gotten through to from previous weeks. So it's 25 calls. You're looking to get one, and here's the key. People don't tell you this. The key is that all you want to do is get one new appointment every day with somebody. Doesn't matter who it is, just somebody. Don't worry about it. Don't get hung up in, well, is it the decision maker? I hate that. Oh, well, I hate that. Oh, I got to get through to the decision maker. I hate that. Because you don't know until you get there if that person can make a decision. And even when you get there, sometimes you're not sure. But I want you to get there. I want you to get to their premises. I want you to look around, see what you see. See what they are doing. Understand their business. Because the key to selling, and I've told you this before, is not what they need, because they don't need it. They've got somebody giving it to them. Instead, find out what they do, how they do it, when they do it, where they do it, who they do it with, why they're doing it that way. And your job is simply to help them do it better. That's all it is. You help people do what they do better and you win. Just help them do what they do better. Tell them that. I'm here to help you do what you do better, but I need to know what you really do. I'll talk about that. Not now. 10 minutes is almost over, but I will talk to you about how do you ask those questions. How do you sit down with somebody who you've never really met and say, tell me what you do? You want to know a quick answer? Just say that. That's what I used to do. I used to walk into a company and I'd go, what do you do? What do you do here? And they would tell me. They would tell me because they wanted to tell me. I remember walking into just a terrible little office in Chicago. I mean, I don't know how I got that appointment. I don't even remember. But I walked in and I said to this man, what do you do? It was a little crummy office. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this. And he said, well, we do plastic injection molding. I don't even know what that means. I'm sure I just said it right. Really, I said. Where? I mean, it's a cruddy little office, one person. I have 7 factories around Chicago. We had 7 factories. And I did business with him. See, I guess I asked that question. What do you do? It's like asking somebody, how did you become president of a company? How did you become this? What did you do? And when you ask those questions, you get answers. So don't be afraid, but do me a favor, please, please. Don't go in and say, oh, you play golf. Oh, please. Everybody who ever goes into that office says that because they see a picture of a golf player or they see golf clubs. I had a woman, I was in Wisconsin, and she had golf clubs situated in the corner of her desk, her office. And I said, oh, I did the same thing. You play golf? She said, no, I really don't. She said, I put them there because salespeople always look for something to start the conversation out with. I thought it was kind of interesting. Didn't go anywhere, but I thought it was interesting. I did get the client. All right, so you get a write to me. AskSchiffman@SteveSchiffman.com. Go to the website if you need that. You're going to put in the word affiliate. If you're interested in some kind of coaching, you're going to contact me. It's reasonable. It's a 5-week program. It does what we want to do. Companies use it. You know, I've worked with nearly 9,000 companies throughout the world, 43 different countries. Don't be afraid to contact me. You never be afraid to contact somebody who might be able to help you. I did that in the beginning. I'll tell you about that next time. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, Steve Schiffman, thank you very much for joining me today. You honor me by your presence.